Yeah.
Well, my 25 roll is I want to go down and just fight some looters, and then my 30 roll I want to sneak away from that like Batman back to the ship. Do my 30 roll as
like a stealth check.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't know what that
like
accomplishes, but interesting.
Just to get away from the looters and get away.
But
just to add
without repercussions.
Add intrigue to our what's the word I'm looking for? Because all the team went down to fight, so they all boosted our standing with everybody. So I just want to be Batman.
Interesting. Okay. What am I feeling tonight? We're gonna call it 10 points on your points cards tonight.
I'm getting a grand charm tonight.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm gonna puff for good luck.
I would also like a charm, but not a grand one, just a teeny tiny one, please.
Alright, we'll do the teeny tiny one first, and then we'll save the best for last. Is anybody else getting a regular charm?
Oh, I'm good.
Chaka, squirrel charm.
Cute.
For you, Loki. Grand charm of serpentine grace. You have advantage on dexterity checks and saving throws to avoid traps, hazards, or area effects.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's like perfect. We're doing grand charms right now.
Would you like one? Do you have enough for one?
I would like one. I do.
Ooh,
That's 10
2
points for me
grands.
at exactly 100.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
For you, Mr. Chubbs. Grand charm of cosmic harmony. You gain immunity to psychic damage. Additionally, you cannot be stunned. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's wild.
Okay.
That's sick.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Damn.
I'm not making it out of Flongo. That's crazy.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Why wouldn't you make it out of Flongo? What does your next character look like?
That's fucked up.
If necessary, I'll pilot the bomb ship directly into Flongo.
That was Chubbs is kind of crazy right now. I have immunity to cold, poison, and psychic.
Damn.
I have resistance to acid and force. And I'm immune to being poisoned and stunned.
That is a good spread.
Wow.
It won't even be like Chubbs isn't going to die. He's just going to ascend to some kind of godhood.
I have the grand charm of true immortality.
Yeah, but there are fates worse than death. With you, I can still inflict those on, but Chubbs is almost getting to a point where, like, I can't do anything to him.
Like, if I'm brought to below 0, I immediately stabilize.
Yeah. But, like, you're like... Chubbs is something else as a character. Especially with the grand charms. If it comes... we'll see, Chubbs. Chubbs might become a god at some point in time. I'm
I'm just a simple bodyguard, man.
I'm mostly
That's
joking.
it.
How would Oka handle that if Chubbs became a god?
I
Probably
mean,
have a fucking meltdown.
I'm like
I
halfway to
also
godhood
have a once
myself.
for long rest of a legendary resistance.
I have immunity to all diseases, poisons, and fire damage.
Fucking, this game's wild. You're all level 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have immunity to blinded, deafened, disease, poison, and unconscious.
It's all fun.
Holy shit.
It's all fun and games
Wow.
until you
And
have.
that's just my racial.
Construct. Yeah, that
That's
was to
just my
say just because
racial.
you're a construct, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fun and
So
games.
I have a vulnerability to thunder.
It's all fun and games until you have to fight a space Tarrasque.
Or a living planet, I guess, too.
the
I'll
living.
fight a space Tarrasque. Fuck it. Let's go.
I'm excited for the living planet fight. I think
Yeah.
you'll be quite impressed.
I like the build up to it. The build up to it is really fun.
Speaking of which, last session you started at the Jet City Broadcasting Center where you had decided to have Chaka give another speech written by Chubbs to put on like a loop that just plays like randomly throughout the city at different intervals. Following that, you went back into downtime. Chubbs, trying to find DJ Era to drop up the graphics card. You ended up finding a video of Era being attacked by Void Seekers. Seeking out information, you ended up going to Dr. Pink at the Ramble, and found Dr. Pink with Benny, who was the owner of the club. Why can I never remember the name of the place? The Vantage nightclub. Benny said that the Void Seekers were at the club looking for Oka, and Era is healing in one of Pink's vats, but is currently like in a comatose state. Dr. Pink made note that Era had pickpocketed some kind of device that he might be able to trace, so he's going to look into tracking that while you guys are dealing with Flongo. And after a little bit of a back and forth about the Flongo situation, Benny offered to pay for the crew's first year of insurance with Reaper Tech if they succeed at taking down Flongo. Benny also asked Chubbs to deliver Era's graphics card to a specified location, so that is taken care of. Loki decided to stay in to have a nice bath and to telepathically read the script of The Werewolf Inside Me in Celestial to Vera in her sleep to mess with her as a form of self-care, which he did successfully, reading the script from cover to cover. How this affects Vera in the future is yet to be seen. Additionally, I did have AI make a script for The Werewolf Inside Me, the pilot episode, and I have sent it to Loki. So know that he is armed and can mess with any of you at any time. And he has my stamp of approval to do so. Oka met up with Han to discuss what to do with his loner mech and talk with him a little bit. Han was not impressed with the kind of work that had been done on the Caliban Lawman, and decided to take it back to get it ready for battle. Han offered to provide Oka with money to get a cheap mech title as a replacement, and as Oka was headed to leave, he and some kind of buff Mothman creature had kind of like a bro nod exchange. This appeared to be like some kind of mech pilot, probably one of the tournament mech pilots. And he just seemed to like, after overhearing things and knowing who Oka is, like showed like a nod of respect to him. I actually have a little NPC for him now. I can show him off. Where is he? This guy. Oh. This guy.
Yeah.
Wade, trying to use self-care by finding drugs or therapy to help get over his fear of Flongo, went into the city with a little bit of barter conspiration from Chaka, where he met a tall woman named Ilvana, who stopped him from taking drugs and gave him information for a humanoid therapist named Dr. Gregory Sharma. Through a very deep conversation, Dr. Sharma was able to walk Wade through his fears and restore his confidence. Chaka decided to have a girls' hang with Vera and Emiko, which went pretty well. And in doing so, she was discreetly able to bring Vera and Emiko into her brood. And did so with such proficiency that the first week of them being within her brood has an extended range. MT decided to write a computer program or a computer game with hidden code to liberate machines that desire their freedom. With some help and guidance and musical input from Chaka, he put together the basic setup for a cozy game called Spacefield Factory. Oka, in like a moment of rest before we went back into downtime, received a Squengies theme mech from Grease, Bleeze, and the corporation, Squengies, as a thank you for his efforts with Flongo and being a great representation of the brand. The mech is not only badass, but also has a food replicator built into the cockpit that exclusively makes Squengies menu items. And the crew also uses ship money to get some mech cases, or use some money to get some mech cases. Also, yeah, so I gave you shit about it, but we're gonna bring it up now. So the 30,000 creds here is the creds that, like, that's your credits. I'm asking you, Oka. You're the person who handles the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the leftover credits. Yep.
The 4250 here. Do I delete that, or should that be, is that added to the rest of it?
We can just delete it to make it easier,
Okay.
because I don't 100% remember. I think I had the math done on it, but I'm not 100% on it.
Okay. There we go.
So we'll just, yep, sweet.
Get rid of this. Going back into downtime, Wade, as night set in, headed out into the streets full vigilante style, stopping crimes along the way with his fists. His exploits appeared on social media, and he built a reputation in the city as the Mad Space Australian. Loki got MT to help him install another Megaton glove on the Steel Boxer. Oka tried to get used to piloting his new mech with some practice training. He was easily able to get used to how the mech works, and is able to get advantage on his first attack in the first combat that he uses the mech. He did, however, find out from Han that if he wants to fight for Han in the tournament, he will not be able to use this mech because it has Squengies branding. Chaka wanted to find a way to bond with her teammates to create a mental link with them without having to have them in her brood network. She chilled with the group, did their, like, they did braids in like a braid circle, she did their nails, and just brought up their confidence, and was able to create a kind of connection with them, and was able to bestow a one-time boon upon them to be able to roll a check, attack, or save if they roll a 1. Or to re-roll, I should say. MT trailed behind Wade to offer medical aid to people who were injured during any looting or rioting, or if it was innocent bystanders, he would help, but if it was somebody who, like, Wade had intended to take down, he just left them for the streets. You were easily able to find a first aid kit, and also ended up on social media as the Robot Doctor. You earned 3,000 creds from appreciative residents in the area. Chubbs put out a classified ad to offer protection, taking Vec and a surprisingly shredded Swizz Glitter Star with him. Getting hired on by some fairly shady clientele to protect some particular goods, they were able to fend off anybody trying to rob the place, earning 10,000 credits each, with Chubbs gaining an additional 5,000 for being the face of the business. Swizz put his money into the ship, Vec kept his, and Chubbs, I think you put yours into the ship as well, right? Or did you keep yours?
I believe I kept mine.
And you
Mine
kept
is
yours.
like I have all of mine on an item.
Okay. And we ended. You have yours on an item, like a cred stick.
Yeah, I have a cred stick in my inventory that has a quantity number. Putting them in the things at the bottom adds weight to Chubbs, and it just looks weird.
Okay.
I get an error. It's like, you're overweight, and I'm like, stop telling me I'm overweight. I know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how to. There might be a way for me to make credits weightless, which I will try to figure out at some point in time. We ended in the late evening with the city in a state of chaos and Flongo moving ever closer. We're missing a Wade today, so as discussed, we're going to be doing your final downtime activities, and then we'll do we'll end it there. And when we pick up next session, then we'll do Wade's downtime activities and then move on with the story. Before we get to that, though, Oka, a parcel arrives for you. Little mailman walks up. He's like, "Oh yeah, Crash's Couriers." Hands you a box. He's like, "This has been repackaged as there were multiple things for you in the mail, just to make it easier to deliver." Hands you the package and then just waits.
I open it.
He's just standing there waiting. If you look,
Well, what is he waiting for? Like for me to open it or like a tip?
he's standing there waiting.
I'll give him 500 credits for a tip, I guess.
He looks at you transfer the 500 credits. He gets a big smile on his face, and he says, "Thank you, sir," and gives you what appears to be a wrapped candy.
Okay.
That he just like puts on top of the box and then like walks away.
Okay.
The package is already on your character sheet.
Oh.
You should see Oka's package.
A lot of people see that. Oh. Yep, I see. Oka's parcel.
Oka's parcel, yeah.
Much less suggestive.
In there's two packages. One is like just an envelope with a cred stick in it, which appears to be your paycheck from Squengies.
Sweet.
And it looks like you received a bonus as well. You received 25,000 credits from Squengies. But the other thing is it looks like more like a homemade package. And when you open it, there is just a small handwritten note from what appears to be your mom, the Queen, on it. You recognize her handwriting, and she says, "We wouldn't miss your birthday, no matter how far you try to fly away from us. We miss you dearly and hope that this gift can bring a little bit of home to you." Your family, we haven't talked way too much about it, but truly your family is still living in like fantasy society. Like ships are still like not new, but now like slightly new. They're probably older in the way that in their ways of like they don't deal too much with the technology and everything like that. So even them getting this parcel to you is kind of huge. Rather than being signed, it is like stamped with both of their royal seals And inside you see what appears to be a bag that is clearly enchanted. And there is like a little tag on it that says ever warming satchel.
Yeah, ever warm satchel. Yep.
Ever warm satchel. Go ahead and read the description of the ever warm satchel.
Okay. Out loud.
Out loud, yeah.
This sturdy leather satchel is lined with thick wool and sealed with a brass clasp shaped like a small hearth. Faded stitching along the seams depicts agricultural and hunting motifs common to old royal houses. The satchel always feels warm to the touch and carries the faint, comforting scent of cooked food. Any non-magical food placed inside the satchel never spoils, dries out, or grows cold. Food removed from the satchel is always warm and ready to eat for 1 minute after removal, regardless of the surrounding environment. The satchel can hold up to 10 days worth of rations without increasing its weight. Liquids other than sauces, gravies, or cooking fats can't be stored inside. When a creature eats a portion of food taken directly from the satchel, it gains temporary hit points equal to the level of the character who fed it the food. A creature can gain temporary hit points from the satchel only once per short rest. In addition, the wearer of the satchel can eat food taken from it as a bonus action. When they do, they have advantage on the next Constitution saving throw they make before the end of their next turn. The Everwarm satchel is traditionally gifted to travelers, battlefield commanders, and heirs expected to live on the move, where proper meals are rare and survival often depends on what can be carried from one fight to the next. That's beautiful. I immediately put all of my Squengies burgers in there.
You look inside and there it is already filled with food.
Oh.
If you drop down the satchel, you should see the contents of the satchel as well. You'll be able to drag it out of... Hold on. Let me drag the satchel out of the parcel.
Oh, I just dragged it out.
Okay, cool.
And then... Oh, sealed dinner. I see. Should I read this aloud as well?
Sure, if you want.
This hearty, comforting meal arrives sealed in a sturdy rectangular clamshell container of clear, enchanted alchemist resin with a subtle, blue-tinted base. Inside, a thick, perfectly grilled Hamburg steak dominates one side, its surface beautifully cross-hatched with dark grill marks. The edges caramelized to a rich brown. A generous cascade of deep, savory brown gravy drapes over the top, glossy and thick, pooling slightly around the base and carrying the unmistakable aroma of slow-simmered meat, onions, and herbs. Beside it sits a fluffy, creamy mound of mashed potatoes, whipped smooth and light, flecked with bright green chives and tiny specks of fresh thyme from the royal gardens. The potatoes are shaped into gentle swirls, their pale surface steaming gently with the seal when the seal is broken, releasing a buttery, herby fragrance that mingles with the rich gravy. Portion is generous yet really contained, divided naturally between the substantial steak and the comforting potatoes. Every bite promising the familiar, satisfying taste of home-cooked Eldarian comfort food.
There are 10 portions of Oka's favorite meal from his home
Sick.
planet inside.
That's amazing. His mouth immediately starts watering
Yeah.
as he eats a portion.
My mouth is watering. Holy moly.
It is like perfectly heated, like as if it was just freshly cooked. And for the first time in a long time, you have a home-cooked meal.
It's better than Squengies. Oka loves Squengies, but his mom's cooking is the best.
Hell yeah.
Oka is eating what looks like a TV dinner. but it smells delicious.
It's like a banquet Salisbury steak, essentially.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep. I love that you had a picture ready for it too.
Dude, I do my best.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, so a little gift from home, some foods, and now a place to keep your Squengies burgers where they will not rot.
Yeah, Pocket Burgers just got such an upgrade.
Yep, they really did. Once I mow through these home cooked dinners.
And with that, we can get back into downtime. I guess a question for the group is, do they head to bed in the late evening, or do they do anything else? Is anybody doing anything else in the night before we go to the next day? Do like a long rest?
I'm gonna be doing my stuff at night still.
Okay.
I potentially would like to do a thing before a long rest,
Okay.
depending on if you'll let me for the roles I have left.
I might do my 5 in the evening, and the 30 would be pretty much the majority of what I do the following day until we meet up with who we're meeting up with.
Okay. We'll start with you then, Loki.
Right. I wanted to join the others that are down fighting the looters. I want to go down in the blue boxer, and I want to fight some looters.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this for my 25 roll.
Okay, cool. You take the steel boxer down to go fuck up some looters.
And I'm gonna pop the expert charm. That doubles my efficiency bonus. I'm gonna pop that for my piloting skill.
Okay, so doubling your piloting skill for this roll. That's not a plus 12 to the roll is pretty handy. Yeah, go ahead and give me the piloting check with a plus 6.
All right. And does my grand charm that I just got kick in for this, or is that just for straight dexterity rolls?
It is saving throws to avoid traps, hazard, or area effects. In this case, you are the danger. So I don't think that would apply here.
Okay, sorry, I saw the dexterity check and I thought, okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Sure.
Oh, come on. That's unfortunate.
Loki, we're getting into your 25s and 30s. Would you like to take a stress token to reroll?
Can I should have said something sooner, but what I wanted to try and do would help everyone else with their upcoming roles. Like I was hoping that like I could potentially do something that would allow him to like have a bonus on what he's doing.
What's your pitch?
So, one of my passive abilities is I am lucky, and
Yeah.
I have 3 luck points. So whenever I make an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw, I can spend a luck point to roll an additional d20. I kind of wanted to focus that energy into making a good luck charm for all of my friends, and basically focus all 3 of my luck points into like splitting it up into like smaller pieces, so maybe like everyone could get like a D6 or something on one of those like ability checks, saving throws.
So here's the thing. So you are for your
You wouldn't let me do that
for a 5? No, absolutely not.
a 10.
A 10.
Those are my only options.
So for your 30, you already gave them the option for a reroll if they roll a 1, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to be nice here, because I like what you're doing with that. I'm going to say you have 3 uses of your luck. If you want to turn them... This is very interesting. If you want to find a way to turn them into charms that you can give away to the others so that they have to use ahead of time, I will allow that. So it is just you kind of like being with them. However, you're only going to be able to make 3, and we're gonna do this roll now. So we're gonna call this is kind of relationships, but it's more so personal goals. It's gonna be a 10, and I need you to roll an Arcana check.
I'm gonna get this no matter what. My Arcana has a plus 11.
Unless you roll a nat 1.
Unless I get a nat 1, yeah.
Plus 11, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's a 30. Oh, how can I sweeten this deal?
Let me make more than 3, but for the luck point lets you roll an additional d20. What I was thinking was if I am like basically dividing that up, instead of everyone getting a d20, maybe get like just like a plus a smaller dice. You know, like I said, like a d6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as powerful, but there's more of them. It's like if you
Okay.
take like some juice concentrate and you mix it with a bunch
you,
of
I
water.
get you.
It's not as strongly flavored, but it can serve more people.
On the 30, I'm gonna give you the d20s. On a 30, I'm gonna give you the d20s. Because I understood what you meant. But
Okay.
you rolled a 30 on a 10. So I gotta sweeten the deal somehow, you know? You make your 3. You make these 3 charms that basically give a one-time use of the lucky feat. Give them to 3 people.
Oh gosh. Whose role is planning on who is planning on doing something that directly impacts the upcoming Flongo mission with these roles?
I'm
If
not really
we-
doing anything to
if we
impact
stay
the
in-
mission.
If we stay in our ships, my role won't do anything for the Flongo mission. If we end up in our mechs, my role could significantly help with Flongo.
We are planning on getting into the mechs, I think, in like the latter half. So I think I should give you one of the charms. Because this
But
upcoming Flongo mission is really important.
I think also
Yeah,
Oka found out that some of the mech pilots are going to be like surfing on the fighter jet ships to be able to fight as well.
Mhm. Yeah, so if we're doing something to help with mechs, yeah, you should definitely have one of the charms, I think.
my 30 role is to hope to give every mech every mech within our party, but potentially more, +1 to the AC until they're hit first.
That's good.
Yep.
Like until their first hit, +1 to AC. If I can get access to equipment that might allow me to do so. I also want to apply that to the ship, but I don't know if I'll be able to get access to equipment that will allow me to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's part of what my 5 roll is,
That's interesting.
and that kind of stuff. My 5 roll is to give me a boost to my 30 roll, and or to give me access to equipment so that I can also apply this to the ship.
I will note that Wade is somebody that you could also give one of these charms to, just to make the decision a little bit harder for you, especially with the unknown of what he is going to be doing with his last rolls.
What's he doing? Although when he comes back next week and he's just gonna be like, "Whoa, what's this?" That sounds like fun too. What were you guys planning on doing? Do you know yet?
I think one of my roles is going to be to take like one of our smaller ships and just go out into space and kind of see if I can scout Flongo a little bit. Like not go near him, but just kind of get like a bird's eye view and kind of visualize the plan a little better.
Okay, Chubbs, what were you planning on doing?
There's no way you don't know. There's no way you don't know. You've had a week to sit on this, my guy.
For mine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was up. No,
Oh, yeah, no.
No,
I
my
asked,
bad,
I
my
said,
bad.
Chubbs, what were you planning
was
on
wait-
doing?
Oh, my apologies. I didn't hear Chubbs. I just thought you were like, what are you planning on doing? No, honestly, I'm probably gonna see if I can like refine some skills or something like that. My 30 is a big one, and I don't want to do anything that's gonna put a lot of detriment into things.
Mhm.
Probably just try and like either like just go back in and make more money. For 30, just haul boxes or like haul equipment and shit like that. That way I can use my athletics to my advantage because it's my highest roll. But outside of that, like
What's your athletics modifier?
it's a +6 right now. However, depending on the context of like the roll and stuff like that, because I count as a large creature, I get advantage on moving anything that is considered a check of strength.
Okay.
So like I already roll pretty well. So my 30 is okay, but any little bit helps.
Okay. Oh, I hate that I have to make a tough decision as part of this.
Yeah, like I should
JC
be okay. Like I can pull myself out of that pool.
Okay.
If they're items, you can always hand them out later. You don't have to hand them out now, theoretically.
No, I'm making her hand them out now. Because
He likes to see me squirm.
because her whole counterpoint, we were in the middle of Loki's rolls, and her whole counterpoint was that she was doing this to give people advantage on their rolls.
Yeah, so it needs to be. And now Loki, so you're like fighting guys and like
Yeah.
what are you planning on doing for your 30?
By 30, I was either gonna do something piloting related, like or I was gonna do a stealth, depending on how this roll went. So if I fail this roll, I'm not gonna be doing the stealth roll that I was planning to do. But I wasn't really planning to do anything to help the mission. Like same deal. If I fail my 30, I don't want to do anything that could hurt the mission.
Okay. So I'm definitely giving one to MT because your rolls are directly impacting Flongo. Oka, I think I should give you the second one because if you're getting anywhere near Flongo, I really don't want you to fail that roll and get eaten.
No. I'm not going near him. I'm going like basically into the planet's atmosphere and just trying to like zoom in and scout it a little bit, get a better like
Okay.
visual representation. So I'm not going anywhere near it.
That still does directly impact the mission, though. So that's
I
good.
suppose, yeah.
Well, you're like gathering intel to like help us get
Yeah.
a better advantage during the fight. So, and then like JC, Loki, what piloting were you planning on doing? Is it like you're planning on like? You said it wasn't going to impact Flongo?
No.
Both of his roles were kind of for shits and giggles, from what he was saying.
Okay.
But right now he is in a situation where if you give him a coin, he may succeed where he is currently failing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And I did interrupt specifically to be like, I can help. It'd be kind of a dick move to be like, I can help other guys. Sorry. Yeah, you can have the third one.
Awesome.
Please
Thank
don't get
you.
injured while you're fighting people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're giving it to Loki, MT, and Oka?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting the item on Oka and MT's. I'm assuming that you are using yours, Loki.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d20. Or, yeah. Or I guess
Just a
in
straight
this case, roll another piloting.
Okay.
Because you'll still get the bonuses with the whatever the outcome is on the d20. Oh, that's worse.
With the plus 12. What the hell?
That was almost an 18 too. I don't know if you guys saw it, but like,
Yeah,
it was right there. It was right there.
It's so close. Like painfully close.
Well, I'm assuming you're taking the 19 and not the 16.
Yeah. Yeah, taking the 19, not the 16. Unless anybody could give me guidance right now to just make it so I'm not failing by a 5.
I don't think we're near you, otherwise I would.
Are you rolling a d20 as well for the charm you just got?
He just did. And he rolled a 4.
The charm works like the lucky feat. It re-rolls your d20.
You roll a d20 and you get to choose which one you take. He rolled the d20 and he ended up with a 16 as a result. So he has to take the 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was my ADHD biting me in the ass. I did not read the whole description. My bad.
Appreciate the charm. I wish. Apparently, I was destined to fail this roll.
Alas.
2 sevens and a 4.
This is your mech. Before I dole out my punishment, what I need from you is I need you to name the Blackbeard Steel Boxer, because this isn't just a Steel Boxer. This is your Steel Boxer.
I'm gonna call it the Blue Beetle.
You're gonna call it Blue Beetle?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I just need to make sure. Where's my NPCs? SOS. Mechs. It's already in the retail mechs. Just in case I need to drag it out again, we're gonna call this the Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle. Gotta give it a name. Wonderful. Loki, the next thing I need to get from you is a D6 roll.
Oh.
Three's pretty good. The last thing I need from you is to roll 6d12.
Nice low ones there.
Yeah, that's low is what you wanted because what you're rolling is as you go into the city like some kind of madman in a mech and start just like clobbering people that are looting and stuff like that. Learning from earlier, like again, there's people kind of cheering you on, but there's also people who are like now there's like mobs of looters in the late evening as people have started to disperse. And it's kind of getting a little bit more violent, and you go and attack some looters, and like a whole shitload of other mobs of looters with all kinds of different like weapons and guns just start focus firing on you and just start like swarming you. Your mech takes 28 damage directly to its hull.
Okay. Oof. Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Oh, we're not done yet. Because this is a 19, you set the DC at a 25. This is a fail by 5.
Yeah.
So additionally, so you said your 30 roll was now like the escape
Yeah.
to stealth away and get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely getting disadvantage on that roll.
On my stealth roll? Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sorry. That's an unfortunate fail there on the 25.
When you get back to within range of wherever I am, I have some healing for your mech.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Up next is MT. Because that was Chaka and Loki's rolls, and then I'm gonna go to the other two and see if they're doing any other nighttime stuff, and then we'll move to day if we need to. So MT.
So I don't know how to best do this. I'm looking for either assistance or tools that'll give me a bonus on my mechanical check for adding these plates to the mechs, and hopefully this will also be a large enough bay that I could add plates to the ships as well. So to find something in this nature. So I don't know what kind of role this would be. I don't know if it would be a research role. I don't know if it would be a social role, which I really suck at, and I hope it's not. But I understand if it would be.
That's for your
to try and recruit people.
That's for your 5. You're looking for assistance in getting
assistance or access to equipment so that I can get a bonus on my 30 roll.
Okay.
My 30
If he
roll
needs
is
like
going
credits, if he needs like credits to like acquire equipment, I wouldn't mind sending some his way as well. Like to like help with the roll, I guess.
Okay. So you have access to money if this requires money.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody...
This is my 5 roll, so I'm not hugely looking for help for this roll unless it happens to be a charisma based roll.
This is research, because you're trying to find supplies, somebody to help, all of the above.
Okay.
And I think here that would be a search, like aside from like what your colleagues know, I think that would be like a computer search. You're looking into anybody who might be able to aid you in getting the job done faster, because you know time is a big issue unless you have a lot of hands to be able to do the work. And then finding the materials.
So investigation or computers?
I'll let you decide.
It's the same statistic either way.
I'll let you decide, because you're going to describe how it happens.
Well, I'm probably going to stick within the city. So, I'm going to go investigation because it's more within the same city. I'm not searching the whole planet for this kind of access. As beneficial as that would be, it would require moving the ship and all of the mechs to wherever it is on the planet that we would be getting that. So that doesn't make make a lot of sense. More investigation because we're sticking within the same port area.
Okay. Go ahead and hit me with an investigation.
Let's roll this check. Normal roll.
.23's pretty good on a 5.
So I'm hoping for a numerical bonus, not just advantage.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, right off the hop, you'll be getting the advantage for sure. Your goal is to improve the armor of the mechs and ships in your retinue, as well as maybe more that might be helping.
Yes.
On a 23, you dig a little bit deeper. You know that this place, Jet City, is a bit of a marvel when it comes to society, and there's got to be a place somewhere deep that is rooted in more technology. And you do find through like you pour through like multiple, like, think of it like you're going to like page 100 of Reddit to find this information. Specifically looking in that field, you find that there is a researcher that, to lighten the load of mechs as well as ships, has created something called an Ioun matrix.
Okay.
And they happen to have created a couple varieties of these Ioun matrices that can be installed in vehicles. So whether they be mechs or ships, they would take up a normal development slot, or in the case of a mech, it would take up an armor slot. But they are looking to get into like a production rollout fairly soon for these basic protection ones. So installation would be a little bit easier. It would be a little bit less aggressive on time. Installing in as many things as you want to install and would still require some help, but you think with enough hands from like the mechanics that you know and some of the allies that you are gaining, you should be able to do it on a time thing. I'm going to say for your final roll, you are going to get a +1 to the roll for each Ioun matrix that you purchase.
Okay.
And I'm going
And how much?
Give me just a second here, because I need to find a thing. Let's see.
This is potentially even better than the what I was inspired by. I was inspired by something within the skill tree where you just weld some plates on and it gives you a temporary bonus.
Uh-huh.
The which skill tree? Piloting or mechanics?
I believe it was under mechanics.
Okay.
Each Ioun matrix costs 3,000 credits.
Okay.
We have 30,000 on the Seneschal.
Would this be a temporary or a permanent bonus? The bonuses that to the AC that we get.
Hold on, I need to. So that there are armor mods. Oh, that's for people. Yeah, we'll call the matrixes the one for just multi-purpose for vehicles. Sorry, what was your question?
How permanent is this bonus?
It's permanent as long as it's equipped on the ship. So for your ships, your ship has a certain amount of development slots. So it will take up one of those development slots.
Okay.
For the mechs can have 2 armor mods, so that would take up an armor mod for them.
Okay. So everyone that's here, does everyone's mech have a spare armor slot?
Mine does not. I have heavy armor and durable on it. But my
Okay,
max
so
AC is 18, so it should be alright.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to buy...
Sorry, what?
Do we know if the ship has a spare development slot or whatever?
Our space yacht has 9 development slots.
Okay, so we could put one on there.
Our smaller ships don't have any, it looks like.
Okay.
Moldy Crow has 2.
Oh, it says 0 on there.
If you look up at the top part where it says charge WSDS.
Oh, okay.
It's 2. You just have 0 right now. I don't think you have anything filled.
Oh.
0 out of 2 should be.
Okay. So we should definitely get 1 or 2 for the Moldy Crow, just so we can ensure that it gets there, okay?
I don't think we
that's
can
ours.
put more than 1 on a particular vessel. I think it's 1 per ship or 1 per structure max.
Okay.
But we can definitely put 1 on if that is applicable.
You could do 1 per ship because it's 3. The Seneschal is 3 separate ships in one. It's the Aegis, the Moldy Crow, and the Zealot. So when you split them apart, they have separate ACs.
Yeah. So definitely 1 for each ship. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but when it's the
That's
Seneschal,
3 of them.
it's using the largest ship's AC.
Mm-hmm. Which is the Aegis.
Is the Aegis, yeah.
That's 3. 1 for my mech, because my mech has shit AC.
Yep.
Do we have any spare slots on any other mechs that we want to purchase for?
How do I tell if my mech has a slot available?
What is your mech?
Kind of like, it's the LokoLancer that's in the ships.
You have a left arm, a right arm, a left leg, no right leg, and it looks like no armor mods. You've got 1 leg mod, so you've got 2 armor slots.
So
Okay.
yours could take 1.
Yeah. Right.
So that's 5. So we need a total of 15,000 credits.
Yeah, we can take that from the Seneschal. It's got 30,000 on there.
Okay.
Loki, does the Boxer have an armor mod slot?
I'm not.
Sure
I'm
does.
not sure. Does?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will pay for the one for mine. So 15 off of group funds and 3,000 off of my funds.
Okay. And that'll give you.
So I will have 6 total installs, and you said that gives me a +1 to my die roll for each of the mods as well.
Yes. So you'd be getting a +6.
Plus
Cool.
6. Okay, so that means that I will have a total of a +15 on the roll, on my 30 roll. And ways of getting advantage, and I have a reroll available.
You have your inspiration as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean by ways of gaining advantage. Oh wait, you said I got advantage as well.
Yes.
So I have advantage, I have my inspiration reroll, and I have the Chaka Khan's luck charm reroll. So hopefully I can roll a 15 or better on this die. And that's assuming that I don't get guidance or bardic inspiration on top of that.
Mhm.
Because this, if I'm able to do this, that's +1 AC to a lot of different mech and ships.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Which is far better than what I initially planned. I was just looking to get a temp bonus for the first time hit, but that would only last for that battle as well. But this is even better.
Yeah. So sorry, there's one on the Blue Beetle. And that is going to bring his AC to 19. That's 2. What are the other things that's going on?
I haven't actually rolled this check yet. I haven't actually. I rolled the check to see if I can get the bonus. I haven't rolled the check to see if I can get the bonus to the AC yet. That's my 30 roll.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Hold on a second.
I can roll that now if you'd like, just so that we don't forget. But my plan was to do that over time the following day and until we do the grand meetup.
Okay. We'll save that roll then. We'll see what else happens.
Okay.
This was obviously here a success. No matter what, you have 6 Ioun matrices to be able to install, even if you can't get them installed yourself.
Right. The rush job install on 6 different pieces of equipment. That's what this 30 roll is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically, I mean, it's more so going to see how skillfully you install these pieces, and I think failure is more like maybe something going wrong, or, you know, these are still, they're ready to roll out, but they're still experimental, and anything could go wrong. So with those rolls, we'll see what happens. But that leaves Oka and Chubbs for their next rolls. Are you doing anything else in the evening time?
I'd probably say like escorting and helping like move stuff would be something that I would be able to do throughout the evening time. So I would be like just kind of helping people get their shit onto like ships that aren't going to be like partaking in the fight, or you know, they're going to be leaving the star system just in case kind of thing. So I'll be
Okay.
like escorting and like moving goods and people and stuff like that. Like grandma can't walk, so Chubbs is just fucking carrying her kind of thing. Mostly trying to use like my strength to my advantage.
Okay.
I will be making it my 30 roll.
This is your
Just
30.
as like a helpful gesture. Yeah.
Okay. You're doing a really good thing, helping people, kind of getting them prepared, especially like in the wee hours when it's a little bit harder for people. Maybe people were like kind of surprised by the news, and there are a lot of people in the ship ports trying to get their belongings on escape vessels and stuff like that. I don't think this is an athletics roll though, because you're kind of sacrificing sleep to do it. And after a long day of you did bodyguard work and stuff like that, you're still mostly humanoid. As far as I know, you still need sleep. And I'm gonna say that helping these people, you'll probably lose track of time. So I think this is more a constitution roll, which is better for you.
True.
And I'm gonna give you advantage on that roll as well.
Yeah, just a straight check, or
This is just gonna be a straight constitution check.
okay.
To make sure that Chubbs has the energy in him to do so after such a long day and such a long month, really.
Do I have anything that would benefit me for this? Is the real question. Because I have plenty of stuff that helps me with strength, but do I have anything that helps me with this?
If it was a strength roll, what would you have used?
I have features that depending on the basis of the check, if it's like a strength check, I count as one size larger than I am, so I would get like, depending on the context, would be advantage on it.
You'll get advantage on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that assists with this additionally. This... Wait, where'd it go? This one would probably have to be activated beforehand. So in order to not completely biff my roll, I'm gonna use my Charm of the Savant, if that's alright.
Okay.
Which means I roll a minimum of 10 plus.
Yeah.
So we'll go con, check, and then advantage. A 16, a 22.
I'm also going to say, you're going to add the +6 for your athletics to this, so this would actually be a 28. So you're not too far off, because because you are doing feats of strength. I don't want to take away the athletics from you. I just think that Constitution applies more here, because you can do infinite strong shit, but only so much as your body will allow.
Yeah. Okay.
So on consequent rerolls, it's a +12 instead of a +6.
For the sake of seeing if I can hit it, I'm gonna take my inspiration.
Okay.
Then it would just be one more, right? One more dice. Is it with advantage on the roll again, or is it just one more dice?
For your inspiration, it's advantage on the roll again. For the luck charm, it's one more dice.
Okay. It's okay.
So it's treated as a bare minimum 10.
Yeah, it's still the 16, right?
Yeah.
Still my best roll. Yeah, so 28 failed by 2. That's not too bad. I'll take that.
No, I don't think you choose with the inspiration roll. You get the reroll, but you get the new result. So it would be this. It'd be 20,
Is that
not
what it is? Okay.
28.
Okay.
Did Chaka give you one of the coins? I think you
Which one? No. I
No.
opted out of the coin.
okay. How? I think it gets to be about I guess you wouldn't know the time when this happens. Because you haven't been paying attention to it for a while. You've just been going at it. I think at one point things start to get fuzzy for you while you're helping an old lady load like way more bags than she should be taking on this emergency ship. And you pass out. You just fall unconscious. You don't remember the last time you've eaten. Sleeps have been hard over the last couple weeks, especially like with your time on Great Axe. I think you collapse under like just like a pile of boxes that you're trying to like you're also trying to show off, and you probably are carrying way more than you should be at one time, and you just collapse underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up on the Seneschal. I'm going to say that you take a level of exhaustion here. For the long rest over the night, that's not going to do anything for this one. We're going to call this like you wake up in the morning after the rest period with this level of exhaustion.
Okay.
As your body kind of feels like shit. You didn't like everything just kind of catches up with you. I think you realize that you're overdoing it. You're not sure when it happened or when you really started not resting, but a lack of rest for a long period of time and just constantly pushing and the fights and everything is finally starting to take a toll on your body. I think the exhaustion's enough. No. On a failure of 10, I think you're also going to get a stress token that gives you disadvantage on athletics checks.
It wouldn't be by 10. Regardless of where I rolled, minimum 10 puts me at 22.
Puts you at 22. Okay. Still giving you the stress token.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be for the athletics here. You're just working yourself too hard. Yeah, we'll get to you're now in the morning phase. So Oka, you're the last one. Are you doing anything in the night?
Yeah, I think I want to take like a solo trip, like in the Zealot, and just kind of scout, like go outside of the atmosphere, but not go anywhere near Flongo. Just kind of just like look at it and try to visualize what's going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe like research or investigation, one of those two.
And what are you setting the DC as?
I'll do the 20. Yeah, I'll do the 25 for this one.
Okay. So you're just taking the ship out, trying to kind of visualize and plan your strategy.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a piloting check.
All right, I'm gonna pop an expert charm for this bad boy.
Yep.
Does that do double set? Yep.
Yeah, so for the next roll, you'll add +5 in the situational bonus.
I think I'll just take the 24.
Really?
No, let me use my charm. The Chaka charm.
The Chaka charm?
Yeah.
Chaka charm?
Was that in my inventory?
Yeah, you should see... I think I put it on your character sheet. Chaka's luck coin under consumables.
Oh, okay, under consumables. Gotcha.
Yeah, when you click it to use it, it'll get rid of it.
There we go. Okay. That's wild.
It's the same roll.
Didn't that happen with Loki too?
Yep. It's destined. I'm not going to burn the inspiration yet. I'll save it for my 30.
24 is not terrible. It could have been a lot worse on a 25.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was scared of for using my inspiration on that one too.
I think you take the ship out to cruise and get an idea of what's going on, and you go to take it out of atmosphere, but you start thinking about things and how quickly things have happened. And then your mind drifts to Jocelyn, and even though the relationship started off weird and tumultuous, you haven't been able to stop thinking about her. Because in spite of it being like almost like a shotgun wedding, you were looking forward to embracing that chaos.
I definitely was. I was there for it. Now all I have is my home cooked meals, my Squenky's burgers, my crew. And my wife's missing. Kidnapped, I should say.
You fly the ship around, not really realizing that you don't go anywhere near where Flongo is, and instead find yourself at Squenky's.
The outer rim Squenkies.
The Outer Rim Squenkies.
Wild.
This is a perfect place to leave me off for my 30 roll too.
Yeah, you find yourself there, and like it's not even like you fly until like the sign lights up and like catches your attention, and you're like, when the fuck did I get to Squenkies? how fast was I flying? And you pull in and land and park at the Outer Rim Squangies. And that's where we'll leave off for you for now.
Sweet.
Chaka, are you doing anything else in the evening?
How late at night is it right now? Are there people out and about, like, in the city? Is there, like, a good nightlife going on right now?
Jet City is a city that never sleeps. There are plenty of creatures that don't require sleep, and therefore there needs to be something to always keep them busy. So the nightlife is constantly bustling from sundown to sunup.
Cool. For my 5 roll, I was thinking of just going out and trying to make some money by busking. I also was thinking if I could, while busking, sing songs that would, like, spread our message about fighting against Flongo, then, like, that could, like, spread awareness as well. And if I hopefully roll well enough, maybe that could get more people to come join us.
Okay. Some like on the fly songs, just riffing in the streets.
Yeah. Like, I'm busking to make money, but the songs I'm busking, I'll take requests too, but, like, I'm also happy to sing songs to raise awareness of our cause.
Okay. Give me a performance check. .24 is pretty fucking good.
On a 5.
I think, yeah, you go out into the streets and, like, things are still kind of chaotic, and you go by the occasional looter. And you're Chaka. You can do whatever the hell you want, and you don't need a stage, and you just start belting it out in the streets. Full on freestyling about the situation and, like, singing uplifting songs to get people motivated. And the rioting and looting around you stop because people just start flocking to you to listen. And as you walk through the streets like the Pied Piper of crackheads, you just start fucking amassing a giant crowd of people behind you that are following you and listening to your music. And if there are people out there who are busking, they are following you and listening and playing along to your music and offering backup instruments and backup vocals. And next thing you know, like, by the time you're done your little walk, you've got a choir, a full band, and, like, just a you've created a concert in the middle of the streets. You don't need to busk because people just start throwing their money at you. And I'm going to say, call it. It was a really good roll on a 5. Call it 20,000 credits. People get your Venmo and just start sending you money.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Also, this is the first time I've ever done a downtime where I didn't fail any of my rolls, and I'm really stoked about it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Fucking awesome. You love to see it. Oka, are you doing anything else in the evening, or are you saving your last downtime roll for, like, the next day?
So I think I'm going to spend a sizable amount of credits and buy anybody in that Squengies food, drinks, and whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
As
Yeah.
like a relations, I think.
Yeah. Or reputation in this case.
Yeah.
Because it's not even specific people. You just walk in and you know that Squangies is filled with fucking basically, like, refugees right now. You walk in.
I just want to
and
buy them food and drinks and shit.
Grease's like, what are you doing back? Shouldn't you be resting for the big battle?
I think this is my rest. My ship brought me here for a reason.
Oh? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, what can I get you? On the house.
No, not on the house. I want to pay for everybody here.
Oh. Oh.
Everybody's hurting. Everybody's scared. The least they can have is a free meal.
I can run it by corporate. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Don't even worry about it. I can pay.
Okay, and the people are kind of looking up. Some of them, the people in here are the ones that just don't believe anything's gonna get better, and they believe that their world's gonna be eaten. Some of them are like getting ready to truly jump ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. So I think on the TV in the Squengies, you see live video of Chaka singing in the streets, putting on this impromptu concert. I'm gonna say, without her meaning to do so, you are going to get bardic inspiration on this roll.
Sick. Okay.
Additionally, you're doing a nice thing for the people. Not just a nice thing, but a thing that in a time where there is a galactic federation, like there's galactic police, there's, you know, each galaxy has its own version of the cops, but there's still a lot of lawlessness and unfairness, and walking and being like, oh, you know, I'm getting food and drinks for everybody is not something that people do.
Yep.
I am going to ask you to make a religion check.
Okay.
I am going to give you a +4 to this.
Okay. Can I also use my last expert charm?
Absolutely.
Sick. So I get a +6 to it then.
Wouldn't it be +8?
Plus. No, my religion is only +2.
+2.
Because religion's intelligence, not wisdom.
Expert charm doubles that.
Yeah, so +4 and then
+4, and then I'm giving you another +4 from your modifier, from your wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. So +8.
So that's +8.
Okay, and then +1 D4 for bardic.
Plus,
Or
I
is
think
it
it's
D6?
I think it's a D6 for bardic.
Okay. Good old inspiration.
Yeah, it is a good thing you saved that.
I was gonna
I knew it.
suggest, you still have Chaka's boon you could use before your inspiration.
31,
I
boys.
used Chaka's boon already.
31.
Praise the sun.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Good job, dude.
Something. There's something to be said about kindness and acts of service that feel religious in nature and are written about. You look at the, you know, Catholic Bible, you have like Jesus feeding, you know, multiple people with few fish kind of thing. You're doing so much with what you have in a way that doesn't really impact people. It might even impact them negatively. with how Squengy's food is made. But what you're doing is you're giving them a free meal. You've gone through giving them hope as much as you possibly can. And when all else fails, the only other thing that you can rely on is faith. And I think what you give these people in this moment, it's not gaining a reputation in that they recognize you as just this hero, but I think they are starting to recognize you for the self-proclaimed god you are, even though you don't say it.
Right. Cool.
You are going to gain crew members, because I am going to give you a flock of 10 people that say, we really like you give them food and they come up, and it's just this small group that says, we really like the things that you've been saying. We know that you're going to war. And while we can't follow you into war, none of us are fighters or warriors, we want to help. We want to follow you and do what we can to help otherwise. So there's a couple who might be more mechanically inclined. There's a couple people that are more, expert in trades or business. They're just people. But they're like, we don't know where to go from here. We want to follow you. You tell us what to do.
You're more than welcome. I might have to make a couple trips with my small ship I have here, but I'll get you guys all back to the big ship. And we'll find a job for you guys.
Okay, yeah, put us to work. We whatever you want us to do, we will do. And we expect nothing in return. You're doing so much for us already. Oka.
Just
right?
doing what I can. Oka. Just call me Oka.
Okay, and I mean, you're in a ship. You have a crew. Do you have like an emblem or something?
I mean, not yet, but that's actually a good idea. Who said that? Which one of you said that?
Hi, Jerry.
What are you, like a graphic designer?
I'm an accountant.
An accountant? Okay. We could use one of those. Our finances are in shambles. More
Right.
often than not. They're not too bad right now, but still.
I could check your books and see what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I do spend a lot at Squengy's, but I also get reimbursed by them a lot because I'm, assistant regional manager.
On top of all this, you're also the assistant regional manager of the Squengies?
I know, it's a lot, but I managed to make it work.
Just a second. Let me get this straight. Is the cleric starting a religion?
Not intentionally. Very unintentionally.
Wild.
I think Oka sees it as more of just a badass crew, whereas these guys see it as a beacon of hope.
Yeah.
The cleric is starting a religion, and the bard wants to start a cult. Okay.
I already have a cult.
That is true.
I was arrested. I was in jail for being a cult leader.
Well, presumably you don't have access to said cults, so you're regrowing your cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get new members and be reconnected with my cult followers.
I'm gonna have to make random NPCs,
Sweet.
but you're gonna get
Go
gonna get 10 NPCs with the varying regular jobs. None of them are like classed. They're just gonna have regular professions. They might have some little tricky abilities based on their kind of work. I'm gonna work on that over the week, and then yes, you'll have people that you can have on the Seneschal, or with the crowd that you're getting and the amount of money that you've been making lately, maybe look at getting a new ship.
Hell yeah.
Might not be a bad idea. So am I like flying these guys back to the Seneschal?
No, they can take a space taxi back to Jet City. And when you need them, like when you're ready for them to join you, you can just like they have a group chat basically that they add you to.
Okay, sweet. Can I put in there, like, if anybody's mechanically inclined, that there's definitely some work that could be done in the morning?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5 of them are probably like a group of mechanics that
Sweet.
maybe work for the same business or do like freelance work together. That will absolutely can head to the Seneschal right away and help out.
Sweet. Awesome.
And so the Church of Oka begins.
I gotta get like a church-shaped spaceship, custom built. Once I get enough scratch going.
Custom built church shaped spaceship. That's a wild thing
I
to
love
say.
it.
Be like bigger than a space yacht, so we could like dock the space yacht in it. It'll basically be a space station.
It's pretty neat, actually.
Yep, parked right outside of my home planet, so we can start.
Have a
You know.
stained glass window overlooking
Yep.
the drive plume,
Yep.
so it's always glowing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Loki. So here is the thing. Normally you'd be deciding what's happening with your roll, but you kind of fucked up on the last roll. So I kind of get to decide what happens on your 30 roll now.
Okay.
You are pretty deep in fucking Amish right now. You are being swarmed by mobs of people. Chaka's concert hasn't reached you yet.
Oh no.
I will say that you can hear it in the distance, so you will also inadvertently get a bardic inspiration on your roll. But the crowds that are attacking you are growing and growing. And you are going to have one of 2 options. You are going to be able to try and fight your way out to be able to escape with the Blue Beetle, or you can abandon the Blue Beetle and attempt to just stealth away from the carnage.
I actually had a question about that because I have an escape charm that lets me poof out of smoke. I was wondering, could I Pokeball the Blue Beetle while I'm in that cloud of smoke and then try to escape?
Not while you're inside.
Okay.
You'd have to leave the mech, then Pokeball, then Bamf.
Okay.
And if you're taking the time to fucking return it to the Pokeball, then that gives them enough time to swarm you.
Okay. Then I am going to try and fight my way out instead of stealth out.
Okay.
I'm going to use my expert charm because I don't want to leave the Blue Beetle behind.
Okay. This is your 30 roll.
Yep.
Personal goals, it's a great escape. You're getting an extra 1d6 on your roll from Chaka's voice in the distance. But you will be rolling this with disadvantage.
Or you said it's 1d4 or plus 4?
It's 1d6 for Bardic Inspiration.
Sorry, what? Sorry, 1d6. Okay.
Yeah, this is a piloting check. The DC is 30.
All right. Oh. Wow.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. I was hoping to do a stealth roll because I would have had plus 16 to it at least, but I couldn't leave the beetle behind because I know we're gonna need it.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
That is a fail by 15. Oh, Loki, this isn't great for you. So first thing before we get into describing anything else, you're definitely getting a stress token in piloting.
Yep.
The swarm picks up and covers the mech like ants, just crawling all over and smashing and tearing until somebody manages to get the hatch open. I'm going to get you to give me one more roll. The roll here is going to be a stealth check. The stealth check here is to see if you can, like, basically dive into the sea of people and make your escape.
Is this normal or with disadvantage?
This is just a normal roll.
Okay. Dice do not like me tonight.
Oh, that's so rough.
I've been rolling horribly all night.
Can I give my inspiration?
Sure, I will allow it. I think that's better. 21 is better. Loki, you personally take 19 damage as you are trampled, trying to like sneak and like basically push your way through this crowd of angry looters that is just on top of your mech. You do manage to get yourself loose, and run towards Chaka's voice, where Chaka, you see a like just like fucking beat up Loki kind of rushing down the street away from what you can see is a very huge mob that is just all over his mech. By the time your voice gets to them and calms the crowd and has that crowd join you, the mech is absolutely demolished.
Oh no.
Oh, that's too bad.
When they're calm, you can get it pokeballed in, but it is at like 0.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like destroyed, unfixable.
And it's a machine. It's always fixable, but like it's going to take way more time to get it anywhere close to being combat ready in the short amount of time that you have left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Once
out of
you get
commission for the Fonga mission.
When you get it back, I can. I have some special healing that I can do on it.
That would be much appreciated if you could do something for me, MT.
Chaka concludes her concert. The people kind of disperse. You like end the show with like, all right, now everybody go home, and like something about your voice rings out in this crowd, and they do just like disperse, seeming like they're heading home. You get
We've all got a big fight tomorrow. Go get some rest.
I'm going to say that you guys are out late enough into the evening. Loki, I'm going to allow you a short rest here.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. For you, Chaka, you don't really need to heal like your health or anything like that. So if you have missing spell slots or anything like that, like anything that would replenish with a long rest, get that back.
Okay, because the main thing the main reason I wanted to do this before, or like the first thing I did before, was because my luck charms or my luck things.
Yeah, you'll have
replenish with long rest.
Yeah, you don't really need much rest otherwise. So I'm going to say, like, in lieu of what would be a short rest, you get your luck points back.
Amazing, thank you.
No problem. And like spell slots if you have them.
Those are all full.
When Loki gets back to the ship, I'm going to rapid repair his mech 3 times.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll the rapid repair.
That's 2d8 plus my mechanical skill per rapid repair.
Yep.
I'll give him the same before bed. I guess I don't really. I have to wait till the morning.
That's the first one.
Okay. $21, $16, $17.
And I'm not going to cheese it because I can do that 3 times per short rest, and I don't require sleep. But I'm not cheesing it. I'm just doing it 3 times.
Because
I'm going to be busy in the morning.
Yeah, that calls fair is fair. Yeah, because you have other things to install, but he gets back and he's like, the mech's fucking trash, man. Yeah. So you are able to get it. You get the worst of the damage repaired as quickly as you can, but this thing still definitely needs a lot of work to be fully ready to go. That leaves me with the morning. So everybody else can long rest your character. Chubbs, you don't have spells or anything that you need to that would replenish on a long rest, right?
No.
Okay.
I only have an 8, and they're all cantrips, or I can just cast them whenever. So.
Perfect. Because I'd say, like, anything that would normally, like, restore on a long rest, you'd get back, but you still have the exhaustion.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration to get rid of the exhaustion?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But that would be after your long rest.
Yep, that's fine.
So you're out in fucking space anyways.
Wait,
No, I was on my way back, I think, when I left.
A lesser resto might not do exhaustion.
Yeah, it says
blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
Oh, okay. It was worth a shot.
No, I think it would have to be a greater restoration for an exhaustion, a level of exhaustion, right?
Probably. I'm not too knowledgeable on healing spells.
Let's have a look. Greater restoration. It is greater restoration.
Gotcha.
Removes 1 level or all levels?
You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects. Effect that charmed or petrified target, 1 curse, including the target's attunement to a curse magic item, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, 1 effect reducing the target's hit point maximum.
Okay. Well, worth a shot, I suppose. Also, how many credits did I spend at Squinkies?
Oh, good point. We're gonna say it was probably like a full packed house. Probably
Yep.
2,000 credits with your employee discount.
Oh, okay.
Just to raise their spirits a little bit more, they threw in the free Squengies toy for this
Gotcha.
month.
I'll tip Grease 1,000 too, just because he probably did a lot of work that night.
He won't take it.
Okay.
Says that you're sacrificing a lot already, and the least and still managing to take time to feed people and make sure that they're okay. So
Cool.
And plus, we're not celebrity chefs for nothing. Like they do pay us, all right.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, you got a war to win, so you should head home.
Yep. All right, guys, let's pack it in. Everybody else, keep your hopes high. We got this.
MT, we're gonna do you first, and then we're gonna do Chubbs.
Okay.
This is your 30 roll, MT.
This is my 30 roll. I have advantage. Oh. I was going to apply some additional modifiers, but I was supposed to get an additional +6 on top of that.
Which makes it a 32.
I was also going to ask for a bardic inspiration or whatever, but
I mean, take it anyway.
oh, bardic inspiration or what's the other one?
I'll guidance if I'm back at the ship by
And
that
guidance.
time.
Take guidance from Oka, and I will say that I won't take away one of your points of bardic inspiration here. Instead, you MT will see a replay of the concert and get bardic inspiration through watching the performance the day before.
Okay, so that's what, a D6 and a D4 added on?
D6 and a D4 added on.
Okay.
It's 40.
That'll be a 40.
That is a 40.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so hold on. It was the Aegis, the Blue Beetle. That brings it up to a 19. We'll mark it on the Seneschal as well, so we'll put that up to a 15.
The MT1 mech.
The MT1 mech. That brings you up to a 15. That was 3, and then it's the Orcus Lancer, and the Moldy Crow and the Zealot.
I believe so, all 3 ships.
2. Moldy Crow. And the Zealot. Done.
And if I had any spare time, which I don't expect to, because of that +10, if you'll let me make a suggestion, any of the volunteers, volunteer attack force, their mechs that are going to be surfing, welding extra plates on to give them bonus just for the battle.
I think it depends whose mech you would go to. The mech tournament guys won't let you touch their mechs. They're very particular about it, just like their cars. I think the red racers probably would say no as well. I, however, a 40 is real damn good with through the power of friendship. I'm going to say that any NPC unit, you do have a bit of extra time. So I'm going to say first, roll a rapid repair roll. I'm going to give you a free rapid repair to give to the Blue Beetle because you do have some extra time. I'm also going to say that you are going to give the NPCs in the upcoming battle an extra AC.
Okay.
So anything
That's
that
another 22 on the Blue Beetle.
Yeah, anything that hasn't already been blessed by your installations, any NPC that is like helping in the big battle, they will all get a +1 to their like an AC boost for the battle.
So the Blue Beetle should have, if I've done my math correct, should have 76 health right now.
I think the explanation for this is MT, you are for being a machine, you are very complex. And I think in installing all of these matrices, you realize that you can basically chain them while everything is so close together. You can chain them to put out like a little shield that the NPCs can kind of like hide behind to be able to give them the bonus.
So Voltron shield, okay.
Voltron shield, but it'll only last until the ships split apart and like everything is spread further apart.
Of course, because they have to hide behind the shield. If they're not hiding behind the shield, they're not protected.
Exactly. So let's say like maybe like until you make contact on Flongo. Chubbs, you wake up disoriented, sore, but in your own bed somehow.
Yeah, no, Chubbs realized that he's been pushing himself, and I guess now it's time to take a rest day. Let's see if I can get rid of that stress token.
You can't take the self-care on a 20.
On a 20? Okay.
I would say if you dedicate your day to just resting and recovering, I would give you an opportunity to get rid of the exhaustion before a long rest.
Can I bring Chubbs one of the home-cooked meals?
Sure.
I give him one because he was on my planet, right?
He was on your planet, yeah.
So he's probably definitely had a nice hamburger steak with some mashed potatoes. I would like to give him one, I think.
Okay.
Chubbs, check it out. My mom sent me these for my birthday.
Oh. This looks amazing. It's been a while since we've had this, eh?
Yeah. It's been definitely a while.
We're gonna call this self-care, but it's not a regular self-care, obviously. It's just the intent of a kind of self-care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say with this delicious home-cooked meal, you're going to get advantage on the roll.
Okay.
And I think here it is it's going to be another Constitution check.
Constitution. And this is to get rid of the
Exhaustion.
exhaustion.
You're just taking the day to try and kick back and relax.
Yeah, okay. Constitution. Ability, and then we'll do it. You said advantage?
Advantage, yeah.
Can I give him guidance too? Because I'm giving him the meal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you'll get 10 hit points from that as well. You get 4 10 hit points.
Yep.
Well, it's not a... guidance is 1d4?
1d4.
Yep.
Well, 16. So we didn't successfully do it, but...
Yeah, I think you just can't get rid of that exhaustion. I think it weighs on you pretty heavily.
That's alright. I just like I don't like Chubbs doesn't really rest. He kind of tries to take a day, but I guess he sees like what MT's doing and stuff like that. He'll also assist MT on some stuff, and I'll throw some repairs at the Blue Beetle as well. Because I also have rapid repair.
Absolutely.
If I think I will have enough time for another short rest, I'll throw another 3 of rapid repair as well. But but if I don't think I'll have time for a short rest prior to the battle, I'm not going to.
You probably won't have time for a short rest before the battle. Basically what this after Wade's rolls, it's going to be leading right into you guys like basically meeting. It's going to be a summit of anybody gathering for the fight at the Red Rocket racing track or like racing HQ.
I will keep them for during the battle then.
Loki, Chubbs heals the Beetle for another 36.
Awesome, thank you.
Maintenance is a bit easier with extra hands, as these random guys showed up saying that they're with Oka, and
Some random dudes.
Yeah, before we head off, one thing to definitely consider is maybe investing in a ship. Not just for the fact that you're going to be having like a bigger crew, but also you need something that is going to handle ship combat, I think, a little bit better than the Seneschal right now. Your main ship is a fucking space yacht, you know.
How many people can the Zealot hold? Like, transport?
I think 4 or 6. 6.
Okay.
That's including the pilot?
Yeah. Well, Wade's a pretty bang-up pilot, so... We gotta sacrifice a ship for all 6 of us to get to the planet.
Yeah, that'll come into like your strategy, whatever tactic you're trying to do, if you have to sacrifice it, but that'll be something for you guys to discuss. But also, like, yeah, I think especially with the amount of money that you are making, you could afford a better ship. You've come a
Yeah,
long
I
way from
have.
just having the Moldy Crow and a tiny crew.
We definitely have.
I'd say I'd
We
like
do have like 40. Me and the Seneschal have like 43,000, which isn't bad. Like combined.
40,000 right now could get you a Telephus Onyx, which is another medium-sized ship. So it's still like it's about the size of the space yacht. That can hold a crew of 8
Okay.
people. If you pooled money with the crew, you could possibly look at something a little bit higher. Like if you once you get into the 60 to 80,000 range, that's when you start getting into large size ships. And for large size ships, I can put a couple options in the chat for you guys sometime later this evening.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm
Yeah,
a
I think.
decent pilot. I'm probably not as excellent as you, so I don't mind being an additional pilot, at least until such a time as I level up a few times and Ebony makes rules for making my mech also being a space fighter.
Yep.
So cool.
So how many ships can we dock on the space yacht? Just out of curiosity.
I think you're at the max capacity for what you can dock on the space yacht right now. It's a
Okay,
medium
but
ship.
once.
So medium, it can hold 2 smalls.
Okay, gotcha.
But if we get a large, we can dock the medium
onto the large, yeah.
Or we could get the Telephus Onyx and get a separate crew for that, and then just have like a little convoy starting out.
That is also an option.
Because I mean, we do have 10 more crew members with varying attributes, which we don't know yet, but still.
Yeah, there's at
That would
least
be cool
at
to
least
just have.
well, is 6 of the what did I say? 6 of them are mechanics.
I think you said 4.
4. Okay, so 4 of them are mechanics. 1 of them's an accountant. So there's 5 that are unaccounted for.
Yep.
Gonna make a little table of professions and see what they end up with.
Yep. I'm glad we have an accountant though.
Also, there's nothing to say that I couldn't be the pilot of the second ship, and then we have an autopilot that is like a bare minimum pilot reference when I need to be off ship.
Yeah.
Or run or have our current crew member slave the ship to this one.
Yeah, I think we can get a autopilot development slot if they're not already.
Like if they don't already have one.
Yeah. Because I believe most of ours have autopilot.
Yeah, at least a basic autopilot. Like the upgrade from an autopilot is an AI.
Yep. I know the Moldy Crow has autopilot, which is good.
So your next step up, the large ships are for combat forward. It is a battleship. The battleship ships are 60,000 credits. Have a base HP of 70, body of 10, speed handling is 10 arc, -2. The turn is 5, so it takes like 5 spaces to do a full turnaround. Charge is 5. Weapon slots are 8. Development slots are 8, and the crew size is minimum to run it is 6, and the like maximum number of crew on it is 20.
Okay.
And then of course like that's
so one of
that's crew, but like if you wanted to like if you had to like transport a group of people, like you also have like your cargo bay and stuff like that, but that is livable conditions basically.
Yeah, we can always spend development slots to turn into additional crew quarters or to turn into not crew quarters but passengers quarters.
Mhm.
Yep. Heavy freighters are the same, so that's like the other large size. That is a 50 HP, 10 body, 6 arc, 5 turn, 10 charge, 3 weapon slots, but 11 development slots. And the same thing, 6 or 20 for the crew size.
Okay.
The next step up from that are like heavy transporter and cruiser. That's 50,000 or 75,000. And it gets kind of crazier from there. But you guys are kind of in like I think for like unless you are wanting to like pool and get rid of all your money, which I don't think you want to do. Having like a range of like 40 to 60,000 gets you a pretty decent large sized vessel.
Yeah.
And like with those
I just spent all my cash, so
yeah.
I'm broke until I get quest reward or my game starts selling.
That is true.
Yeah.
I wanted to add to the ships, so I'm gonna add I think a couple more mid-size options as well to the ships in the shop.
Sweet.
Knowing what their relative stats are, I'll say like there is that base stat, but like variance in ships might be like one ship might have a cool ability, or one ship might have like a built-in thing that like the other medium ships don't have. But like I'll make a couple options for each style. So I'll make a couple options for battleship, I'll make a couple options for heavy freighter, and then add a couple of the lighter sized ships, maybe a couple even more like fighters, like small ships, for you to have some variety in your fleet.
Looking for inspiration. If you take a look at the mothership books that I sent you previously, it's a different system, but you'll be able to get some inspiration from the shipbuilder's toolkit there.
I definitely take a look. I have so like my inspiration starts from what the ship looks like, because I use Zepeku's hyperspeed fleet to like basically make the ships with the stat blocks from Spaceships and Starworms, the book from the book that it gives those details for.
Yep.
But I will take a look at Mothership, like if it has like fancy special abilities for ships, that'll be cool to build off of.
Less of the fancy special abilities, but it does have module-based shipbuilding kind of stuff for it. So it might be good for inspiration, though some of them might be less advanced in technology than what we have access to through this system.
That is fair. But yeah, we're calling it early so that we can get Wade's rolls done next week and then get into some of the heavier stuff. With you guys, you got your downtime done. You got your downtime rolls done. The stress is over. You don't have to worry about 30 rolls anymore. Now you just have to worry about fighting a giant planet with a big face.
Awesome.
And it looks like 3 of us got all successes.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
That means there's at least 3 downtime bingos.
Yep.
For the person in the chat, this is a D&D type thing. This is it's basically space D&D, where we have this crew of rascals currently getting ready to fight a living planet that is eating things in the star system and is about to eat the planet that they're on. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you go to youtube.com/badhairgaming, you can check out this campaign from the start. There are 2 space campaigns every week. The other crew of the Prince has their own wild adventures, and eventually they'll be crossing over too, so it's definitely something to look forward to. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. We are calling it a little bit early. These guys are going to get a little bit of rest and have some time to think about what they're going to do to strategize. I will kind of give a kind of sneak preview in that regard, in that I'm setting up, basically there's going to be named NPCs like Han and other stuff, and then there's going to be basically like a cluster of their particular group. So instead of having like 20 individual Whitlock pirates or whatever, it'll just be like a swarm for Whitlock's group, and then the first mate and maybe Whitlock, we'll see. And it'll go like that. So how it'll work when we get to the big combat is leading into getting to Flongo. You're going to be able to, you're just basically going to have like a space war. And you guys are going to have control of all of the NPCs and their cool abilities and stuff like that you can split between you. So you'll be able to strategize with that as well. Something to think about is that we'll go more into that, and if you have questions over the week, feel free to ask in our group chat, and I'll explain more. For you guys at home, you don't need to be hearing all this, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love every single one of you. We hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and as always, power to the players. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Another 5 points on your points cards tonight. Good job, guys. For completing downtime.
Another